Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, welcome back to the Peachtree Show. What's the day today, Alex? You got that calendar, right? Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. I don't know, the days in lockdown seem to just flow into the next one. So my guest speakers today are Alex Rowland from Durango, Colorado, a very veteran real estate developer, business. What do you call it? Real estate
Agent, broker.
agent and broker, and has come to all of the SCIM terms so far. And Fernanda Jimenez from Mexico City, and has her own business teaching business people about the seeds. So thank you for guys for coming back. And I'll turn it over to Alex for today.
All right, thank you so much. Really glad to be here, and it can be a little bit boring during the self-quarantine. So this is an exciting thing to be doing, and I hope that you're all also getting some enjoyment out of getting together with Geshe Michael every morning. Such a great way to start our day. So we're going to start with a question from Echo in China.
Robert is a trainer. My question is, in order to develop my own business, there are so many kind of seeds I have to plant, like seeds about creative ideas, leadership, financial, and student recruitment, kind of this. Sometimes I feel exhausted. I cannot handle so much, but they are all important. So how can I make the priority, or how can I do it effectively? Thank you.
So I think that this is a wonderful question. I've also had this feeling of just being overwhelmed when you're doing a project and so many different angles to it. The one I wanted to focus on first is having a great idea. I think this time while we're under quarantine is a really special time where we can be brewing an idea. And we recently in Sedona College did the level 9 on true innovators. Mm-hmm. I loved the idea about where ideas come from, that they don't come from nothing, so that we understand that the great idea that's coming up has a cause. And the cause, the deep cause for that is being happy about other people's great ideas. And during this time when we're at home, we could really be looking for great ideas on the internet, things that we're, think that were really exciting ideas, and then we can use those, bring those to our coffee meditation. And so I think we could be planting a really big idea during this time. So that was one idea I had about this question. And how about you, Fair?
Well, I was reading a book yesterday, actually, and it's called The One Thing. And it says that you don't have to focus on everything, just focus on the next thing. And it says about like an example of the falling dominoes. When you place like the dominoes, you just have to focus on the first one, and then the other ones are going to fall. So I think this is a really nice example on how you don't have to be overwhelmed by everything, and just focus on the next thing, and then it's done, and then next and next and next. So if you are working on a really big project and you see all the pieces and all the things that has to be done, maybe you can be overwhelmed, but you can just focus on the next one and the next one and next one. And I think it becomes like a momentum. Like you start working on something, and then everything starts to flow easily and smoothly. So I think that's something that we can pay attention on, like just focus on the next one thing.
I like both of you guys together. I think we should combine it together. And when Alex was talking, I felt like what you were saying, to focus on your creativity and to focus on having great ideas. I think that could be Fernanda's first domino. Focusing on having the next great idea is like the first domino, because to me, if you have a great idea, if you start with a great concept, like in a business, then the rest is just going to fall down by itself, So you know, if you start, and I think you guys got it together. I think you both got it together. I think the most important thing in a new business project, and I do them often, right?
Yeah.
Is the great idea, to have one great idea. So if you can find the seeds for the one great idea, then the rest is almost like automatic, like Fernanda said. It's kind of like a domino effect. So how to get the seeds for a great idea? I don't know. I was always a very competitive person, even in school. And I don't know. In America, we are, right, Alex? We are encouraged to be competitive in the school. And I can remember my parents, my teachers, they were nice people, but they would encourage me to be very competitive and to try to get to do better than the next person, you know. And so there's the one that Alex pointed out, the seed for creativity is to stop feeling, you know, jealous of other people's achievements, especially their creative achievements, and then just sit back and enjoy them and congratulate them. And it doesn't lessen your own achievements. It just makes you happier, and then you can have the seeds to have great ideas. So I think you both, I think you both got it. I think a combination of both of you.
I think what you said about jealousy is really important for me. I know, especially after I learned about the true innovator level, I noticed even more in myself that I would be jealous about people at work who are making a lot of money, and they
Yeah.
seem like they're doing it so easily. They're always out skiing or going on vacations, and they're selling much more property than me. And then I feel jealous about this. It's, my natural reaction seems to be envious. So very important for me to try to switch that up. And so anytime if I notice this feeling of envy, I can just turn that around and really be happy for them and do coffee meditation on their great life that they're having. So I think that's very important. I also thought about the 5 business relationships, which come up in the relationship level, DCI level 4. And also in karmic management. And some of my very most successful time that I've had in my business in the last few years was when I focused on that idea of being in a karmic nest, you know, where you're in the middle and you have all these different relationships around you like a spider web, and taking care of, picking one person and just taking care of that person's needs, maybe your supplier or maybe a certain employee. But if you could keep everybody in mind about how your relationships are interconnected, I had a lot of business success when I really was focusing on that every day.
It's cool. Fernanda, what's the key to your business?
Well, I think having a creative idea, it's really important, because then you can work on develop the idea. And also I like what Alex just mentioned, the focusing on making successful your clients, your suppliers, your business partners, and the investors, because you're not only thinking for yourself and for your own success, but you're thinking for everyone's success. So I think this is really, really important. And if you have like a karmic partner, then you can work on to make successful. Like, I think when I have a project and I really don't know how to get it done, what I do is I go to the karmic management book and I do it from the beginning, like step by step, like all the homeworks and all the assignments. And that's what I do when I have like a new project. I go to the karmic management book and I do every step. And it's been really helpful for me.
What you know, now in the virus times, right? It seems a lot harder. It seems a lot more difficult to not worry about ourselves. You know what I mean? It seems like you in these times, you can see stories of people who are really doing selfless things. 2 days ago, I talked to Dr. Michael Moore, who's from Colorado.
Yes.
And I don't know, he must be 70 something years old. And he went back to the hospital, and he's serving at the hospital to help people with the virus. And he's probably vulnerable himself, right?
Mhm.
And he's still continuing to do surgery on prisoners for free in the prisons. So you see these amazing stories of people during the virus times who they use the virus to be even better people, you know. But most of us, we get nervous and we get scared and we start to worry about our own money.
Yeah.
And we also get less appreciative of other people around us. And what do you think? How to stop it, Alex, or how to deal with it? I don't know.
Well, I'm wondering, there's probably a lot of opportunities to help other businesses right now. So as a
Yeah.
business person or as someone who's wanting to start a new business, I think you could look amongst your family, friends, people that you know who you would be able to get together with over the phone or over Zoom and talk with them about what challenges they're having and ideas. Just do a 4-step plan with somebody. But definitely for business people, if we can support another business financially, ordering something online from somebody, you know, different ways we can give them money if they need some extra money to get through hard times. But yeah, I think a lot of opportunity to help other business people right now.
Yeah. What do you think, Fair? I mean, how do you deal with this sense of when times are hard, which is going to be in the next few months also, it's going to be hard for everyone's business. Then how to stop yourself from being selfish? How do you stop yourself from worrying about yourself?
I believe that if we remember the seeds, and that everyone everyone around us are also coming from seeds, and if we are generous, and if we think that we are supporting other people, we are taking care of ourselves too. Like, I take care of you and I'm taking care of myself. So it's both ways. Like,
Yeah.
So
and I
if you,
think we can have this intention in mind, and it's only an intention. We don't need to make an extra effort. Just have the intention, like, I'm taking care of others as the same as I'm taking care of myself.
so it's like intelligent selfishness. So you're so good at the seed system that when you get more selfish, you help more people, right? Something like that.
Right. In our community, we have a fund for people who are really running up against big financial problems. They need food and things. So we have the opportunity to donate to that community fund. And even if it's just a small amount, I give a little bit, and maybe just once a week, a little bit, or whatever I can give, and then do coffee meditation on that. But look, there's always somebody, unfortunately, who's in worse situation than we are. Almost always. So there's always someone that we can help.
I have this thing. Okay, I have a question for you guys. It's a seed question, okay? So when I hear, like, I got an email yesterday from Starbucks, and it said we are supplying food to 130,000 people or something like that. And then right away I think, is that for real? If I give them a donation, are they really gonna give food to somebody? Or in these difficult times, I have to choose, where to put my donation. And then I start to wonder, does the food bank, does the people, like I met somebody this week who goes to the food bank almost every day, but I know they have money. And what's the seed to make the food bank goers honest, or something like that? What's the seed to make the charities honest? You see?
I see. Well, I'm not sure if this is going to answer your question, Geshe Michael, but I was thinking while you were talking, we don't have to worry what someone will do with the money that we give them, because we don't know. We never know what someone might do with a donation that we give them, or our intention was to help somebody.
Yeah.
So I think it's more important for us to focus on the fact that we want to help somebody else, and that we know by helping someone else, it's planting a good seed for prosperity for everybody.
Yeah,
And
cool.
then let go of the result. Because even if that person went out and bought alcohol with the money, you still
Yeah.
planted the seed of wanting to help them.
Yeah. That's cool.
But I don't know about making sure charities are honest. Maybe Fair, you have an idea.
What's a seed to see your charities be honest that you donate to?
I think you have to just be honest yourself. Try to tell the truth and try to do whatever you say you're going to do. Like if you commit to something, just go ahead and do it. Even if it's small things, maybe you just tell a friend like, "Oh, I'll call you later," and then call them, because maybe sometimes we forget. Or just like do whatever you say you're going to do. And I
Cool.
got another idea for the selfish part. Like I think just trust in the system. Like if you give something, you are hoping the other person is good, but also we know that if we plant good seeds, we're going to get a good result. So even if it's difficult for us right now, to give away more money or to support more other business, we still have to trust in the system and just still be generous and still help other people, even if it's difficult.
That's cool. My teacher, you know, he made me check the accounts of the charities that we gave money to, and I was a little bit irritated. You know, I was like, I don't want to check accounts. You know, it's like I don't trust them or something. And then, but he was very tough with me, and he said, he said, when you give money to somebody, try, you know, politely, to your best, do your best to make sure the money is going to to what it's supposed to be, because it's bad seeds for them. It's bad seeds for them. So he would force me to check the accounts of the charities that we were helping, and then I used to complain about it, and then he said, "Who do you think was the accountant in Nalanda Monastery, the greatest Buddhist monastery in history? You know, 2,000 years ago. Who was the accountant? Do you guys know?"
2,000 years ago?
Yeah, 1,800 years ago.
I
It was
don't.
It was Nagarjuna.
Nagarjuna.
He said, "Shut up! You're not better than Nagarjuna." You know? Really tough. Okay, you gotta wrap up. Let's do each one of us one specific thing that Echo can do to handle all these parts of seed planting.
Okay, well, I'll go so that then Fair can end with the question at the end when it's Fair's turn. I am going to go with something that we didn't talk about yet, but one suggestion is I think it would be really awesome to find your business partner during this time, because you could do a 4-step plan with somebody else who has a dream to do a business, and you could support each other. And I think when you have a partner, for me, it's really powerful because you can do 4 steps together through the whole process. So maybe find your business partner right now.
Wow, that's cool. I'll do one because Fernanda has to be last. I just say that in the next few months, first of all, there's a general fear going on, and we all feel it. Even my dog feels restless. I can see my dog is feeling restless. He senses the emotions. Even we live out in the countryside. There's a vibration in the air of everyone's feeling nervous. So I think at this time, as Fernanda said, this is the time to show that you understand the system, and this is the time to do some beautiful things. This is our big chance in our life. You know, we will look back at the virus times, and we'll say, "Oh, you know, I was a real seed planter farmer. You know, I even in the virus time, I was planting seeds." And so that's my idea. Like, don't miss this opportunity. and you will feel so happy if you give people things now, you know? And you will regret it later if the virus is over and you still have some things that you didn't give away.
Okay, so my practical tip is for planting a big idea, a really good idea. So something practical you can do, Echo, is to set an alarm in your phone, and maybe just like the same time every day to remind you to be happy for others people creativity. And it can be anything. You can be happy that someone created the iPhone or the computers. Someone was creative enough to create internet or email, whatever you can, just be happy about it. And I think this will plant the seeds for have creative ideas.
Cool. You got a question for tomorrow, Fair? For those Singapore ladies?
So,
Kelly Tan.
Question for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hi again, my name is Luisa, and this is my question. The seed system says that what we feel now is the result of something we planted in the past, and not of the present action we are executing. So if planted in the past. So with this in mind, how can we trust our feelings, and how can we trust our intuition? How to plant a trustable intuition? Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Fair. The internet was slightly sketchy there. Do you want to repeat the question? I think we understood it, but just recap that question for us.
Okay.
Or just in your own words.
Oh, okay. It says that when you help someone and you feel happy, the feeling of happiness is coming from a past seed. So how can you trust in your intuition and in your emotions if emotions are also coming from past seeds?
Interesting. Well, so that's for tomorrow's topic. And we really enjoyed being on the show with you, Geshe Michael, and to be out there with you.
Please come back soon.
Okay, we would love to. Well, I hope you all have a great day out there.
Okay, bye. Good morning.
Bye.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.